Okay, off we go. Let's go, let's go. Go, 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 go. Junkies, je moet elke keer op mij kijken dat het diesel is. Ja. Diesel, good. Oké, daar gaat het. Dit is zo zwaar brand. Fuck it. Broke something. What? Okay guys, I broke Lucy. We connected our DC converter, which I'll show you in a second, and while the DC converter, when I put the cable in, we were holding the cables at the back, and I was putting the cables in, Manette's holding at the back, and then somehow connected the two by accident obviously, and that blew a fuse. But I didn't know what fuse, so I opened up the fuse box in the bottom, went through all the fuses, couldn't figure out which one, only to find out on the battery there's two fuses. So this is like 3 hours later. We parked off on the side of the road. We are going to sleep here because it's too dark and too cold now to go anywhere. I did think about bridging the fuse, and then I just asked ChatGPT before I did it, like, what would happen. It's like, do not bridge the fuse. I was like, okay. But if this was South Africa, I'd bridge the fuse. Like, no doubt. Let me quickly show you what we did. Okay, so this is the DC converter. Here's all my crimping tools and all the cables, and or the DC charger, which connects two batteries, which I put underneath here. So there you can see the one battery, and behind it there's another battery. So the idea was to connect this at the back there as well, and then bring a cable all the way down to the front and connect it to the battery. And then everything went haywire. So I've been sitting, there's a fuse panel. So I've been sitting, plugging out fuses, figuring out which one it is. But we eventually found it. Look at this. So here you can see this fuse. It's supposed to look like this. So that fuse blue. But it's got a small cover on similar to this. Yeah, you can see what the fuse is supposed to look like. Now what I'm thinking is two things. One, either just connect a cable directly from there to there, so I bridge out the fuse. But apparently ChatGPT says do not do that. The other thing I was thinking about is just taking, because now there's two cables here. There's that one there and this one. So this one goes on this side and that one goes on this side. What about just putting this cable and that cable together on the working fuse, which is this one? Then I'll just connect the two of them together, not long term, just to get to the shop so I can actually buy the stuff, because we're in the middle of nowhere. There's no Ubers or anything here. So I've got no way of getting to the shop except hitchhiking. The other option is to take that fuse and put it in here, because the car doesn't want to start with that fuse blown. But I'm thinking this is probably just for like lights and those type of things, which I can go without if it's in the middle of the day. So I'm going to sleep tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to take this fuse out, or this cable, and connect it onto that one, and then see if the car starts like that. If it doesn't, I'm going to put it on that one and then see if the car starts. If it doesn't, I'm going to put the two together, and then I know it will start. I just don't know if it'll damage something else. But it's worth a try to get to the shop and just get it working, or bridge this out with a cable. That's what I would have done if I was in South Africa. But I don't know what I'm going to do here. So I think I'm going to cuddle up there next to Manette in the bed. You see the back doors is also insulated now. Even though it's insulated, it is like -2 degrees here in the van. I've got the window tints up, or the window shades and everything. We still have washing that's not dry. Like, we wanted to get to the new place where we would do all the stuff, and then broke down next to the road. So while I was standing here, the engine light came on. I thought, let me just stop, switch it off for a bit. And I thought, while I'm standing here, I might as well connect the DC charger, right? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Next time, if you do any major upgrades, make sure that you are next to or close by some sort of spare shop or electrical shop, so I can get it. Luckily, I've got all the tools that I need to be able to fix all this stuff, because I've been buying tools as we go along. And the next thing I want to buy is an OBD reader, so I can plug it directly into the computer box. If the engine light comes on again, I can just clear it with the OBD reader. Okay, freezing. So let me go jump in next to Manette, and I've got two batteries which will last us like 3 or 4 days, with all the lights on, with our phones charged, with the Starlink set up. So with all of that, we can probably run for about 3 days. But yeah, tomorrow's story. It's about 9:30 now. I really want to do this. I'll leave it till tomorrow morning, so that if something happens, we can call someone. But I think I'm just going to bridge those two things and then drive to the shop, which is only about 15 minutes back. So I'd probably say best part's about 4 or 5 kilometers. Worst case scenario, walk there, get the fuse, walk back, because there's no Ubers or anything here. So let's see. let's see what tomorrow holds. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna jump in the bed. Good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Morning, guys. We just woke up in an absolutely freezing van, and just checked the temperature gauge, -5 degrees. And I've got good news, I've got bad news. Let's get on to the good news first. Firstly, just check there, -5 degrees. Window is frozen. Good news is I decided to put 2 cables on the 1 fuse, and she works. Lucy is going. So good news, Lucy's going. Bad news, check engine light still on. So we'll just monitor the temperature and monitor any of the other warning signs. So far so good. Now we just have to wait. -5. Everything is frozen inside the van. It's frozen inside the van. Even at the top, which is our storage area, normally this is condensation. This is all frozen. Huh? This is how it was last night. Did you get cold? But under this blankie, it's nice and toasty. Like, as long as you're under the blankie, then everything is good. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You're not too convinced on Manette's answer there. It looked like she was paraphrasing. And that wasn't a final answer. I think her final answer is it was freaking cold. And even the clothes that we hung up here to get dry is like, I don't know if it's frozen or just cold or what, but wearing frozen jeans today. So guys, we're gonna leave the car idling, build up the heater a bit, and then they just defrost all the windows. I couldn't get out the van this morning. When I opened the door didn't want to open. It was frozen shut. Crazy. I had to so we're gonna just let it run a little bit, let the car get up to temperature, put on the heater, let it just defrost everything inside here, and then I'm gonna take the car just like this. About 34 minutes away, there's a Halfords which sells car parts. So they'll have a fuse. I'm going to buy extra fuses. I'm also buying an ODB reader so I can clear the engine fault. And up until then, I'm going to have a coffee and wait for Plunky to defrost. And but I'm good to go. Let's go. Oh wow. Alarm clock screaming like it owns my soul. Same gray suit, same dead end road. Coffee tastes like yesterday's regret. Counting seconds till the sun is set. Phone lights up, a notification. A blueprint blinking for my own ambition. They say play it safe, I say watch me jump. Wi-Fi bars climbing, my fear goes numb. We're funnel junkies, yeah, we cut the cord. Turn clicks into keys into shores. Laptop glow with the ocean breeze. Money still moving while I'm overseas. No cubicles, no fake Mondays. Just sunsets paid in multiple ways. From the grind to the sand, we flip the script. Yeah, we're funnel junkies, this is it. Morning, guys. Spent a really cozy evening in like this public camp area. It doesn't have any facilities, so it's literally just a place where we can camp, and I'll show you the camp events in a second. And last night decided we're not going to cook, so we opted for fish and chips takeaway, which was amazing, by the way. And we built a new cabinet that goes underneath the bed, but it's too small, so I'm going to have to extend it in some way. It's 37, so about just slightly more than a ruler, and it basically just fits a t-shirt. So I want to expand it a bit so that it can fit jeans and all kinds of different things as well, just to give it a bit more space. Like, I unpacked one cupboard and it filled the entire drawer. So we need to fix that. So what's up for today is we're heading through to the gym now. Just having our shower, and it's just so much nicer showering at a gym with a full area and then showering in the van. So we're gonna head through to the gym, have a nice shower, do a gym session while we're there. And then for today, I want to make the bed slightly smaller so there's more space, but I need to cut the foam, cut the board, all that sort of stuff to make it slightly smaller. Number one. Number two is I want to finish the ceiling so that the ceiling can be done. Then at least one project's completely handled off. So we need to put in the last couple of slats and then also paint it. So we want to varnish over the section. And then our neighbors is waking up as well. So there's the neighbors. And if you pan around, you can see all the other vans. So there's stuff that's like really big vans, fancy vans, and then there's like small little car vans, which is, I think those guys froze their butts off last night to sleep in that little car. So let's head off to the gym, get our gym session in, and then we need to find a spot, because tonight I want to camp at a place that's got power, because I want to charge a bunch of stuff. I need to install my DC converter. I need to cut a bunch of stuff. So I'm actually thinking of just going to buy a jigsaw, cheap little jigsaw, just to kind of cut all the stuff. Otherwise I have to sit here with a handsaw sawing 2-meter pieces of plywood. So let's see. First up, gym. Let's go. So this is how we decide where we go each day. So every day we just park off, have a cup of coffee, and I'm eating a jam sandwich that Manette made us. And decided we don't want to go back to the existing place. We want to head further up north because I see there's ski resort. So we might actually go snowboarding while we are in Scotland. So I just open up Google Maps. I type in RV camping and it comes up with all the campsites, and I pick on the map the one that looks cool, and then we book it. So the one that looks pretty cool is Collier Wall Farm caravan site, and yeah, it looks really cool. And it's about an hour's drive from where we are now, in a small area called Lanark. So Lanark is kind of the town, and I see there's a gym there as well. So there's a pure gym which looks about 20 minutes away from where the campsite is. This campsite is in the mountains with this beautiful open lush areas. It's got showers, it's got power, all that sort of stuff. So I need to finish the camper van, and to be able to do that I need power for some of the power tools that I bought. And yeah, we're gonna spend the next 2 days there. just going through fixing the van, doing some sessions, and then doing some of our webinars that we're supposed to do. Got a meeting with the team tomorrow on the new funnels that we mapped out, the new customer journeys that we mapped out for the business. So I need to prepare for that. And 2 o'clock I've got a meeting with one of our Funnel Junkie members that wants to move forward and go into the next phase. So having a meeting with her to see what the process for that would be. But let's get going to Collier Hall Farm Caravan Park, and we can pop some pictures on so everyone can see what it looks like in a nutshell. Where is it? Can you see? Pretty cool. So let's go camp in the Scottish mountainside. Before we go, I need to finish my coffee, my sandwich. So guys, we headed up north with the idea of getting a nice open view mountains, but what we are getting is a freaking snowstorm, but crazy. It looks like these massive things falling out the sky. And we're driving in a van, everyone's driving about 30 or 40 miles per hour. It's like 50, 60 kilometers per hour. People are on snow. What's it? Snail space. This is freaky. Problem is I don't have snow tires and I don't have snow chains, I don't have any of that. And the place where we're camping is on a grass pitch. So if I get stuck there, we're stuck. Like, there's no way out of it. Don't know what we are going to do. People are driving really slow. The road's completely snowed over. The whole van in the front is just snow on the wipers and everything. It's absolutely insane. It's very beautiful and an amazing sight to see, and at the same time really freaking scary. This is wicked. Don't know what today's gonna hold, but stay tuned for more, because this is gonna be something crazy. We're about 17 minutes away from the place where we're camping, and it is snowed over like we cannot believe. So we're going to be camping in the snow spot. Just arrived at the campsite. Look at the snow. So luckily not snowed in the background. We show you how big the snow is. Massive. Morning, guys. Coming to you from a freezing Scotland this morning. So we are traveling through from London all the way up to Scotland, and then going to do Ireland and Wales in a camper van. And we bought this van for £5,000, and we're kitting it out as we're going along. So as we're driving, you can see here's the diesel heater, there's insulation that needs to go in, there's a cabinet here, there's drawers that need to come up here, there's batteries underneath there, it's chaos. And on top of that, I've got a little heater here next to me because it is freezing. So what's up for today is I've been spending the last 2 hours just working, going through all the contacts, people I need to contact, going through all the WhatsApps, and then logging into our school community. So we've got a community where we teach people how to build their own online business. So I've been chatting to some of those guys in the community, which is super cool. I love our Funnel Junkies community, which is really, really cool. And then tonight we're doing our last paid webinar, and then we're transitioning over into free webinar with VIP upsell. So we're going to test that and see how that is going. We're also launching new sales pages. So I need to connect to our VAs that's based in the Philippines to just instruct them on what the next steps are for them to be able to go through it. So what's up for today? So today I've got another hour's worth of work to do. So it's about 10:30 here now. So another hour, and then we're hitting the road. We're going up to Edinburgh. So just in the northern parts of Edinburgh. Manette recommended that I really need to see it. I'm kind of over the cities, like I'm avoiding cities as far as possible, and just hitting like side roads and staying at farms. So where we're currently staying is a guy's farm, and he's got like an area where you can park your van, and he's got a PowerPoint and a shower and all that sort of stuff, which I am loving. So much better than the cities. Like as soon as I get into the city, the first thing I start thinking is, how long do I have to stay here before I can leave? Like I don't know why. I'm just over cities. I think I did too many cities earlier. I've been to like 60 countries already, and it's always in cities because that's where the plane flies into. Now with our own van and our own transport, we can go off the beaten track, so I don't have to stick to where public transport goes, which is amazing. We're getting to these small little towns that is just mesmerizing. We ended up in the small town Windermere. Man, what a gem. If you ever come to the UK, you have to go spend some time at Windermere Lake. There's Browners on Windermere, which is the lake area. Absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna sit and work for another hour, and then we're gonna jump in the car, jump in the van. Well, stay in the van, just move from my dining area into my driving area. This is so convenient. I made this oat, so you can buy this oat for like 50p. It's like 10 rand. That you buy this oats pre-made, just put hot water in, and then I add a scoop of protein shake. But I've got my drawers at the back here, so if I want my protein shake, I reach into the drawer at the back and I pull out my protein shake. Oh wait, but I need some salt with my oats. I got you, hold on. Open the drawer, get my salt. Cool. Oh, but I need hot water. No worries, got you. Lock in, lock and load. Boom. I got my hot water. Everything right here. Oh, I need to do some work. Hold on. Sorted. And now I'm hungry. Now I've got my oats protein shake. How cool is that? So, let's quickly wrap up all this work stuff, and then we're gonna head out to Edinburgh. The other thing that I want to do as well is we're creating this channel where we're traveling with a van and just showcasing how we struggle. And now it's dripping on me, and I don't know if it's condensation or if it's the fan leaking again. If it's the fan leaking again, I'll be highly demoralized, because this freaking fan and the water in the van is probably my biggest obstacle. Like, it's condensating all over. If it's got this little tiny piece of metal, it condensates and it drips on your head while you're sleeping. So what I did last night as well is I kitted out this section. I'll do a video later on that, with this absolutely soft carpet that I patched onto the wall, removed the whole wall panel and patched the carpet. We started painting the roof, and this thing is dripping on my laptop. Started painting the roof. We put up most of the slats to the back. We've got one more section to do, small little section in the front. Then we're good to go with the roof. Today I also want to see if I can find a camper van shop where you get this little material cabinets that you get. So it's super light because it's just material, and it's got this little zips where you can put your stuff into. I'd love to get some of that and stack it all the way down on both sides, and then I want to put up a cabinet here on the side next to us. Okay, more of that later. Let's finish work. Next up, Edinburgh. First Otis, then Edinburgh.
Alarm clock screaming like it owns my soul. Same gray suit, same dead end road. Coffee tastes like yesterday's regret. Counting seconds till the sun is set. Phone lights up, a notification, a blueprint blinking for my own ambition. They say play it safe, I say watch me jump. Wi-Fi bars climbing, my fear goes numb. We're funnel junkies, yeah, we cut the cord. Turn clicks into keys, keys into shores. Laptop glow with the ocean breeze. Money still moving while I'm overseas. No cubicles, no fake Mondays. Just sunsets paid in multiple ways. From the grind to the sand, we flip the script. Yeah, we're funnel junkies, this is it.
Yeah. This is either going to be a really big disaster or a really cozy van. Toasty van. So this is a portable air heater, as they call it. But it's a diesel heater, which is basically going to heat up the entire van, especially the parts we're going to. We just arrived at an amazing camp spot. So there's a couple of things I need to show you guys. I need to show you a camp spot. I need to show you where we are, because we in the northern parts of Edinburgh, right against the ocean. I need to talk to you about the oil heater. There's some other cool developments happening, and just too much to share in one video. I don't think I can keep your attention that long. So for this particular one, focusing specifically on getting this up and running, because where we're traveling to, it's going to get freezing. So I need to get some sort of heat going in the van when we don't have electricity. Or outside electricity, because when we have electricity, just plug in the heater. But when we don't have electricity, problem. So this runs off of your normal leisure batteries that I've got in the back of the van. So I can connect that to the leisure batteries. And then this is the outlet pipe, this is the inlet pipe. So I think it's like a small little diesel engine. And then the heat that of it then blows out of this pipe here. And this needs to go out of the van. This all needs to be connected to this thing, and then this is the petrol pump or the diesel pump, and there needs to be a pipe going into your diesel tank. And I'm not too keen on drilling holes inside of my diesel tank, so I need to figure out how to do that, which means a YouTube video or two. And then I'm thinking about putting it down behind the seat, because when we turn the seat around, it's too high, so your feet doesn't touch the ground. Especially my neck. She's like, nah, my feet is too small. So we need to build Manette a trappikie so that she can put her feet on the trappikie. Okay. Installation diesel heater. Let's begin. Okay, so diesel tanks front. Exhaust is here. See, there is a hole here, but I don't know what the hole is called. I'm going to utilize the hole, but there's one and it's too small, so I need to do another hole. Or we're just gonna have to put the exhaust through and build a little box for the rest of the stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I figured most of it out except for the instructions. So this is the diesel heater from China. You can buy the cheap one for like 3,000 Rand, which is this one, or you can buy the expensive one for 10,000 Rand. This Chinese one only has a 3-month warranty, the other one is like a 5-year warranty. But I just figured, well, I can buy like 4 of these for the price of that one. Okay. The problem is the instructions is written in English, but it might as well just be in Chinese. Listen to this. Add high-grade diesel oil before starting. The oil pipe must be air exhaust. What? Before starting, the oil pipe must be air exhaust. Before diving, shoes must be wet. I think you can. So manufactured in Guangzhou. But this is the best part. So the fuel consumption is between 0.2 and 0.5 liters per kilometer, per hour, like what? But this is the best one. Electrical power 10 watt to 50 watt. That's a big variance. It's like, where are you in the world? Well, I'm between Hong Kong and London, like somewhere in between. yeah, hilarious. Okay, so let's make sure that the oil pipe must be air exhaust. So I'm gonna put the oil pipe air exhaust in the hole, like so. Okay, oil pipe exhaust is Shanana. Then this wire needs to go into this tank here. This wire goes up here. This is the remote control thingy, which I hope is in English. It's going to say on or maybe. I don't know. Do you want to be on? Want to be maybe on? It's okay. Either way. On or maybe on. It's okay. Gonna be interesting. And then I've got a remote which might start my car in China. I don't know if this is gonna start the oil heater or my car in China. Someone's gonna be walking out their house and they're standing, is like, my car just went on. And I'm sitting here, why isn't this working? That guy's standing there, he's like, my car is broken. I'm like, my oil heater is broken. This is gonna be this. Okay. Woo-wee. Funny. Okay, let's get that off, get that in, and let's test it. Let's go. No. Your air exhaust must be on.
It's on or maybe. Just gotta press, it's gonna go on or maybe.
Needs to be on or maybe on. Or maybe not. I don't. But it's okay. It's okay. We all live together. Maybe on, maybe not on. All together. Let's go.
Yeah.
I think we've got liftoff. This thing's doing something. Something's happening. Okay, smell it.
Daar kom rook uit. Onder jou woude.
Okay, so not that. We've got smoke. But I think it's coming out the wrong side. So one of these two pipes is connected incorrectly. Okay, let's not do that again. What? Come. Oh, I see exhaust. It's supposed to smoke. Let's maybe just switch it on outside this time. Where's the fire extinguisher? Okay. Put it outside. Okay, take two. Almost burned down the freaking camper van before we got started. Okay, let's fuel the pipes. Diesel and electrics. Okay, it's blown. It's exhaust. We're sitting all of a sudden just smoke everywhere, and I think this is where I drilled the hole. Look at the bottom, there's plastic and stuff here, and that started burning when I switched on, because here's the exhaust, and this thing's getting really hot. Okay, so here we can set the temperature now, so we can set it higher or lower. So let's just start off at a 3 and see what happens. But I don't know, you're supposed to be able to set the temperature. There's a settings thing here, but nothing happens when I press the settings. Oh, see, there's the smoke coming out. So that's the exhaust, and that's okay. But why was there smoke coming out of that thing? Which is weird. Okay, so settings. Yeah, I can set the temperature, what I want. Okay, and what else? That's all. There's another temperature now. Power. Temperature, and there's another temperature. Power. 10 volt, 11 volt. 10 volts fine. Low temperature, I don't know what that is. High temperature, let's just do 26. Okay. Okay, here's something happening now. Ooh, fuck, there's a diesel thing. Ooh, sorry, swearing. There's something happening here now. Okay, so exhaust is working. Air intake working, hot air out working. Yeah, this thing's smoking. They're not going to allow this in a caravan park. Is it supposed to smoke like that? Okay, but it's working. We got a diesel heater, now I just need to figure out how to put it in the camper van without setting everything on fire. Okay. Okay guys, I decided to buy electric heater. And this time this one's made in the UK. So I think that's better than the China one. Or maybe I just need to configure it better. So I realized what happened is because the exhaust gets so hot, there's insulation in the floor, that foam padding stuff, and it started just melting it and started smoking. So I'm going to have to find a heat shrink or a heat shield and put that down the pipe and then put the actual pipe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm new at this stuff. I'm figuring it out as we're going along. But for now, we're using a normal electric heater. Okay. So that's the end of tonight. I'm going to leave this for now. I'm not going to carry on with it. It's like 11 o'clock already. So I think let's call it a night. I'm going to hit the shower. Then make some space for the bed. And then decide what we're going to do tomorrow. Because there's a lot of stuff. We need to clean up all the wiring. At the moment, it's just a multi-plug directly plugged in. So that's a problem. I bought an external fitting. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this, or just drill a much bigger hole, so cut open the whole section and then have sufficient space. But then the problem is when you don't switch it on, you've got all that cold air coming through. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Okay. So let's call it a night, hit the shower, and then decide tomorrow morning again.